Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt. I've got a perspective on things.
Oh yeah, brother. What's going on? I'm Big Ray, and I've got a perspective on things as well, man. You ready to get started today, man?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What are we doing? It's Friday night. What the heck
Yeah,
is
it's
going
Friday night
on?
at 10 o'clock. What is going
What?
on? I'll tell you what's
What?
going on. I will
What's
tell you
going on?
what's going on.
Tell me.
We're trying to provide more content
What?
to these people who've been supporting us.
More content? Is that
That's
because
right.
we're the fastest growing conservative podcast on twitch.tv/plausible foolishness? Is that why?
You're damn right.
You dang right. Yeah, head over there to twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Make sure you check out the entire show. It is going to be epic as usual, so don't miss out.
We
My
also have
goodness.
good news. As
Yeah,
soon
what's
as
up?
the new month begins,
Yeah.
we'll be purchasing hosting space so we can turn the audio from our shows
What?
into a podcast available everywhere you get your podcasts.
Oh my goodness. I'm so jacked up. I'm jacked to the you know what's. I'm excited. I am so excited, man.
I'm
So make
excited
sure you
too.
follow us. Listen, this is more incentive. Make sure you follow us everywhere on twitch.tv/plausible fools. Just make sure you head over to Facebook, Instagram, Parlor. We're all over, man. Just look for plot. Throw a rock any social media direction. You're gonna find us. So make sure you head over
Yeah.
that way, man. So check us out. And we're gonna be doing live. We're gonna be doing streaming, so people can like listen to the audio version. They can hear our melodious,
Yes.
beautiful, sexy voices in
Anywhere
their
you get your
eardrums.
podcasts. And I'm
Anywhere,
talking
anywhere.
like I'm going to try to get it on iHeartRadio
What?
and all that
On
jazz.
hot radio.
Spotify, whatever.
My goodness. Speaking of radio, man, I hate to start on a solemn note, but I have to. Man, we lost a legend 2 days ago.
Yeah.
The legendary Herman Cain. I'll be honest with you, he was very instrumental in my conversion to the conservative side. I'm going to be real with you. One of my favorite parts about my day was being in the car about 11 o'clock in the afternoon, driving to where I needed to go for business. And what I heard on the radio was Shucky Ducky and News Nugget. And Herman Cain brought the noise. And if you don't know who Herman Cain was, he was a phenomenal leader. He was the CEO of Godfather Pizza, had a presidential run in 2012, won the first two states in the Republican primaries, and got hosed by the Republican Party. That's another reason why I'd never call myself a Republican, with trumped up bullcrap sex scandal that never happened, by the way. It was proven not to happen. And long story short, he got hosed from running as a presidential candidate, even though he won the first two states. But he parlayed that into a very successful radio program, which was one of my favorites, Herman Cain. And my goodness, man, very inspirational. And especially if you are a conservative that happens to be black or brown or whatever you want to label yourself as, he was super instrumental in pivotal in my development, especially in my thought process with conservative politics. And man, he's going to be sorely missed. But the beautiful thing is, he was a follower of Christ. He loved Jesus with all of his heart. He put his faith and trust in Jesus Christ. He turned from his sins and was a devout follower of Christ. And I'll see him again. And you'll see him again, which I'm very excited about. And he's with the Lord, man. So I'll see you there soon, brother. I'll see you there soon, Herman. And I'm excited to pick your brain up there in the big clouds up in the sky, man. So very exciting, very cool, but very sad at the same time. Sad to lose him here on the earth, but rejoicing that he's in a new place. And it's obviously brought up the ire of the Corona bros that are like, "Well, he died of Corona. I mean, Corona's devastating." And the reality of the situation is this: let's get real. A couple things to dispel with his death. One, I've heard this already and had to correct this. And actually, radio commentators, I heard an NBC commentator actually correct this as well, which that shocked me, by the way. But he contracted corona a couple days after the Trump rally in Tulsa. So there was a lot of corona bros on online basically saying, "Oh, well, Herman Cain contracted corona at that big Trump rally." The problem is everybody got screened and tested before they went in there. So long story short is that's not the case. He probably caught it a couple days afterwards. But the other thing you got to keep in mind is he was 74 years old. The other thing you got to keep in mind is he was a cancer survivor, so was high risk. So long story short, the man obviously went to Jesus. He died from complications of coronavirus, which we've said it how many times have we said it on the show? We don't think the corona is a hoax. It's very overblown. The people that are at risk are usually average 80 years old. You're at risk if you're 65 or older. The absurdity is thinking that 21-year-old kids that play college football will die from it, or little kids or whatever. But it's a serious threat to people that are older, and especially cancer survivors and people with lower immune systems and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I'm glad the man lived his life. I'm glad that he didn't shut himself into his home and just tried to survive. I'm glad that he went out there, hung out with the president, hung out with the rally, and really pushed things that he believed in. And I think that's the ultimate way that I think Christ wants us to live, is to actually live and live for him. So very amazing American, very patriotic American, an amazing radio host, obviously a great CEO with God's Father's Pizza, and tons of success. So what an amazing life, and very amazing. So loved it, but sad that he's gone, man. Loved him, and give him a shucky ducky and a little news nugget to send him off, man. So good stuff. Love you, Herman. See you soon, man. But yeah, I had to say that, bro. I had to say that at the beginning of the show, man. You know what I mean? You feel me, dog? You feel me?
Well, I feel you. I feel you.
Hey, what's the name of the episode today, man? We're episode 121, bro.
121. Well, first of all, I want to point out that I forgot to change the name of last week's or Wednesday's stream.
Okay.
And but if you look us up on YouTube, you can see the name. So I highly recommend that you do, because I'm a little proud of it. I think it's pretty clever, especially regarding the topic that we had. We were talking about Stella Emanuel, the doctor, who's been censored all over Facebook for her speech in Washington.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this one is episode 121, Maxwell That Ends Well.
Are you talking about Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yes, and I heard somebody call it Ghislaine.
No, it's Ghislaine.
Is
it's
it Ghislaine?
French. It's Ghislaine.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've heard it. I just heard somebody pronounce it Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. Ghislaine. That's probably the French pronunciation.
Yeah, the French pronunciation.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. Anyway, Ghislaine Maxwell. Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a document upload tonight. Right?
What? Wait, they did a Friday dump?
They did do a Friday dump.
When there's really critical information that they don't want the majority of Americans to be hip to, because we're going to be distracted with our sports, weekend activities, and we'll never pay attention to what actually gets released, so that they have plausible deniability down the road when they're like, well, we released this information to the public on a Friday night when nobody was paying attention. But guess what? Plausible foolishness is paying attention. We always are, baby. Go ahead.
They also, today was, more importantly, the release of Black is King on Disney Plus.
I don't even know what that is.
The newest film by Beyonce.
Oh, dear Lord.
So there's that.
Dear Lord. Another reason why Disney sucks. And I'm not going to hate, because my father-in-law works for him right now, and I have lots of friends that work there. I get it. I'm not dissing the company, but dear Lord in heaven.
Yeah.
The creative direction is
I wonder what the topic of that movie is.
Probably white man bad, and all of your problems are because of the white man, and black is beautiful, as usual. So the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's probably something along the line. If not the first parts, it's definitely the last part that you mentioned.
Okay.
A little bit of black supremacy.
Black supremacy, wouldn't that? I mean, if you flip the word white supremacy, isn't white supremacy bad?
Oh, definitely.
So why is it
white supremacy is the cause of all of life's problems. If you don't have white skin.
So why isn't black supremacy as equally as dangerous? I'm confused.
Well, because there's this narrative of oppressor and oppressed. You see, oppressed people can't be bad. They don't they don't sin.
Oh, can I get a chapter and verse on that, man?
Yeah, it's It's a CRT 1-1.
Okay, CRT.
Yeah, that would be Critical Race Theory,
uh,
Chapter 1, Verse
critical,
1.
gotcha. Critical race theory, chapter one. Gotcha. Not from the holy book, but just from crap that people
Well, I
made up.
mean, if you really read through the lens of blackness, the Bible, you'll see that critical race theory is an undercurrent in the whole gospel. I mean,
Interesting. Can I get the chapter and verse on where the Bible needs to be exegesis by the lens of Black America?
well, Jesus was black, so
Was he? He was a Hebrew,
well, the
or Hebrews
Hebrews,
black.
Hebrews, Hebrews are black, yeah.
Oh, according to Black Hebrew Israelites,
Israelites, yeah. Yeah.
but in reality,
Oh, well, no, whoa. We don't deal in things like reality, okay? That's a little toxic, and I really prefer that you don't
oh, bring
bring
up
that word
reality,
up again because it
facts.
triggers me.
It triggers you. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to deal in reality. Okay, I'm trying to help the people understand what truth is. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's just kind
truth.
of one of
Truth
the
is
things.
another word, okay?
Well, there's your truth and my truth, and then
Yeah,
there's truth.
exactly. Yeah, but
Dear Lord.
I get the feeling through your tone that you're talking about the truth as if there's an overarching absolute truth, which we all know is totally bogus. Okay?
I love it. Sorry, I love it when liberals and like just softies are like, live your truth, man. Live your truth. I'm like,
What if my truth
truth.
is the truth?
I'm like, time out, time out. Truth is or it isn't.
Yeah.
There is no my truth or your truth. It is or it isn't. The
There's my
beautiful thing
point of
about truth,
view. There's my perspective, which
yeah,
is what
there's
we
that.
give on this show.
Yeah, but it
But
just
there is the truth.
you just get you've dropped instantly in my view, which again, it's just my opinion and my thought process of you. But when you say phrases like oh, "live your truth, man," I'm like, what? What is any like actual educated people saying this? I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Truth is or it isn't. There isn't like alternative facts. There's just what happened or what did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
just funny listening to people. They're like, "Oh, live your truth, man."
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the thing is,
yeah.
but that only goes.
Sorry.
Even then, you know, that we could stick our head in the sand and think that okay, well, your truth is really just be you, be yourself, be who you really are inside. When it's actually deeper than that. But the real deal is, what if my truth is conservative values and the Bible? Well, that truth, that is my truth. That truth is unacceptable. That needs to be eradicated from society.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know?
irrelevant. That whole conversation is irrelevant. Truth is or it isn't.
No, I
Is the sky
understand
blue
that.
or not?
I understand that. But let's say we took them
Sure.
at their thing and just your truth is just be you, be yourself. What
Okay.
if being me is doing what we're doing right now? You know?
Yeah. The
It's
problem though is,
unacceptable. So everybody that's like just live your truth, man, is
real
is full of
translation is
crap.
yeah,
Be
they just
like
don't want
me.
you. Yeah, exactly. Submit, obey, be like me.
Yeah.
And sheeple got a sheep, bro. Sheeple got a sheep. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. But Ghislaine Maxwell, my friend, the funny thing, the setup to this is, and we talked about it on the show, a couple days ago. Like, Trump obviously goes on, and now he's like, "Hey, I wish her well,"
Mm-hmm.
which in my mind I was like, that's a nice way of saying f off and burn in Hades. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, some of those documents just dropped, man. Any news nuggets that you discovered, man, that we need to bring to light for the
Bro, I wish, man. Honestly, I went looking through this stuff and I didn't see much of anything. And so I know that you've seen some stuff.
I've seen two things that
Okay.
jump
See,
off the
like
page.
I was looking through, but there's a lot of stuff,
Dude,
and
let the
most of
Q
it's
on.
just boring court procedures.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
trying to pare it down into the interesting stuff, but the time came and that was it. Tonight
well,
was
they
family movie night, so didn't have a
would
whole lot of time.
would you watch, bro?
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh, Winnie the Pooh.
It was Gwendolyn's turn to pick.
Nice. I like it. Winnie the Pooh's not too bad, even though it's Disney. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't Disney before. They bought it later, but it is what it is,
Yeah,
dog.
I mean, it was a book by A. Milne.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my family night consisted of hanging out with a bunch of meatheads and lifting heavy things. So that's how my night transpired. I almost killed our buddy Adam. So hopefully Adam's doing better now. Hopefully he's not dead, but it is what it is, man. But so two news nuggets. News nuggets. The QAnon people. Here's the thing: is like I'm going to go on record and I'm going to just say this: I'm not a QAnon person. People think
Q,
that I am
it's
just because of
QAnon.
oh QAnon. Sorry about that.
Yes.
See, I don't even know what the deal is. The whole concept of QAnon to me is if it is real, it's controlled opposition. The funny thing that people, and I've said this before in the show, I would look at QAnon's record, and it's not very good. The other thing too is QAnon's about 15 years behind Alex Jones. No offense, he was talking about all of this stuff way before everybody else. I heard about Jeffrey Epstein many, 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 many years before any of you really were talking about. Like, the mainstream, I should say, even knew about Jeffrey Epstein, and really the mainstream got drug into it, kicking and screaming because they did not want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
As evidenced by that one reporter who was talking about how she had them, 5 years before everything came out.
Yeah, they had it, and that's what's obscene about it is when I started kind of investigating things. I would never call myself a truther, but I would say when I started questioning the narrative and really really like going through the things that people were discovering, Epstein came up early and often, and that was a long time ago. Like
Sure.
when I first started running my business, which was back in 2011 for me, but this is like old stuff Alex Jones was talking about. And so none of this is surprising, but the problem is everybody kept passing off the Epstein thing as, oh, it's conspiracy theory, it's not real, it's a. Well, now we've got court depositions that confirm everything that crazy Alex Jones said.
Yeah.
One of the claims was that Bill Clinton went to Lolita Island a lot and had sex with little kids. Well, guess what? That just got confirmed. And what's sick and sad and scary is the FBI knew about it and didn't do anything about it.
Where was that?
I gotta find I'll find you the page. The QAnon people, they've been clipping it.
Yeah.
They've been doing clips of it and screenshotting it, but they got to do a better job of doing the whatever. But it's interesting in this deposition that the FBI knew that Clinton was banging little kids and didn't do anything about it. So when we talk about the swamp, and for all the liberals out there that are like, liberal logic, the people that literally, and this is disgusting, and I hate to bring this up on the show, but I'm going to. But for all the people that are like, oh, this is a conspiracy theory, and then there was another thing that I saw from the Gospel Coalition, who are supposedly followers of Christ, labeled anybody that investigated conspiracy theories as demonic. That is verbatim. Dude, I posted it on my Facebook. Anybody that questions the narrative is engaging in demonic activity. And you know what's sad?
Forget these people, man.
People buy it. People believe it. And people who are quote-unquote Christians fall for this crap.
What is the logic behind that? What is their logic? Do they have any?
You're getting away from the gospel, as they're the same people that are doing the intersectionality bullcrap. And it's like,
so okay, the Christian's duty is to stick their head in the sand when it comes to the evils of this world, and just be the friendly, pastor out there. Hey, do you want to know about Jesus?
Yeah, well, but it's not. But they're not even doing that.
Well, is that what they're saying?
Well, yeah. That's their premise. Their premise is there are bigger issues like racism and COVID-19.
Yeah, okay. And the trafficking of humans, especially little children.
800,000 worldwide get trafficked every year. And we're not talking about that, but we're going to talk about wearing a freaking mask and not being able to sing in church. Or we're talking about fights that were won in the Civil Rights Act in 2020. We're relitigating it. It was so funny. It's like it's amazing hearing these pastors get tough about battles already won. Like think about that. They're getting tough on battles that have already been won 60 years later. Like
Like,
civil rights happened almost 60 years ago.
mm-hmm.
It is not tough to talk trash to Nazis now in 2020. No offense. It's
Yeah.
not.
No, it's
We
not.
won that war. It's not tough to talk on the Russians after we beat them in the Cold War, right? It's not tough. You know what I mean? It's a different deal when there's actual bad things happening right now. Horrible things. Not random George Floyd who was hopped up on freaking, methamphetamines and so on and so forth. And, obviously it was a horrible situation, did not deserve to die. Everybody in the country rallied around that. And then you turn that into a Marxist, deal, but that's another story for another time. We're talking about children that disappear every year in America, 800,000. And we're not talking about it. Just like we don't talk about the 600,000 babies that are aborted every single year. But you want me, as a follower of Christ, to not listen to the fact that there are literal people in power practicing pedophilia and are inside of this world of trafficking children. And you want me to worry about things that were fought over and won back in 1965, 67, 68.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? But that's demonic to call out that evil. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? One of the most savage things Christ ever said was, if you keep these children from me, it would be better for you to be thrown into a lake with a millstone wrapped around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just keeping children from the knowledge of Jesus Christ. Now imagine that, plus the fact that you're trafficking, stealing their innocence, and really literally killing them inside and out. How much worse do you think it will be for those SOBs? And we're not talking about that because that's a conspiracy theory and demonic. Go kick rocks.
Yeah,
The coalition's it's broken for me, bro. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. And these are the Matt Chandler guys. These are the Matt Chandler. These are the dudes.
Yeah, they can cram it with walnuts.
I've
been done with them for a while because of other reasons,
yeah.
but
yeah, I'm so done with it. But
I've been done with them since day one for other reasons, but
sure. But with that being said,
this is
looking into Ghislaine Maxwell and her connection to pedophiles who are running our country, who are in the elite structures, is now demonic. Interesting. But what's funny is News Nugget 1, Shucky Ducky, nothing but love for you, Mr. Kane.
Yeah. Basically, they're saying
they knew.
They know.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still on the Gospel Coalition.
Oh yeah, how
ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Because it's basically saying, don't search for truth.
No, yeah, don't search for that.
Don't search for truth.
As followers of Christ, why would we search for truth? Because John 14:6, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I mean, that's the second descriptor that Jesus gives for himself.
Yeah.
I mean, why would we seek that? Right? Right?
So pathetic. It's so pathetic. Today is, or was it today or yesterday that was World Speak Out Against Human Trafficking Day?
Good.
There was a few celebrities.
Oh, there were celebrities that jumped in on that?
A couple.
Ooh.
Well, I know that Jim Caviezel is starring as Tim Ballard in a movie called The Sound of Freedom.
Okay.
Tim Ballard is the guy who started Operation Underground Rescue.
Yeah.
And so basically they're making a movie of his story. Him and Mira Sorvino are in that movie.
Do you know Tony Robbins helped them do that? He helped do a sting with them.
Nice.
And he's not a follower of Christ. I mean, he's a theist. You know what I mean? So I pray for Tony Robbins that he comes to know Jesus, and he's got his own little religion going on there with his little setup. But I mean, it was cool that he was a part of stinging stuff like this, whereas most celebrities just engage in it, But that's another story for another time.
But yeah, Tim Ballard posted on his Instagram a few celebrities that had done some stuff. None of them are big name celebrities.
So my question is, why don't they come after this as hard as they did Black Lives Matter? I'm confused.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Strange. So weird, man. If you're on TikTok, head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Had to hit him with some station identification, bro. Like for real radio. But no, I mean, it's to me, it's very interesting how loud the voices are for Black Lives Matter and how crickets they are for human sex trafficking.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It's astounding to me. Now, here's the other thing too. News number two is remember the narrative. I don't know if you remember this narrative or not, Matt. Do you remember when Donald Trump was a Russian agent and he was the puppet of Putin? You remember that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We had to deal with that for 2 years, and then we found out that Trump worked with the Russians, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Actually, that never happened at all.
No.
It was a complete fabrication, and they exposed the Steele dossier.
Are you engaging in satanic conspiracy theory?
I'm apparently engaging in a satanic conspiracy theory when a spy from England, completely made up bunk stuff that Hillary Clinton literally paid for and got exposed for. And that was the premise of the Russian collusion delusion that ended up being completely falsified. Do you remember the Ukraine gate where Trump asked for a quid pro quo, and threatened American freedom here in America because of Ukraine somehow? Oh, then the transcript came out literally one day after the accusation, blew that narrative up. You remember that?
I guess so. Maybe, I don't know.
And then after this got blown up, the House still voted to impeach him on two things that are not even illegal in a court of law. That got swiftly.
No, that impeachment was totally legit.
Oh yeah, so legit.
And everything about it was on the up and up.
So legit that the Senate squashed that in about 3 seconds. But yeah, so weird. These narratives keep out about Trump. Then the other narrative was, that Epstein and Trump were best friends, right? Because of a picture. They were best friends because of a picture.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Ignoring the fact that everybody in the swamp has a picture with Jeffrey Epstein, which is very interesting. Now, what's funny about this whole situation is everybody neglects the fact that Donald Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago in 2011 and filed a lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein long before he ever ran for president. Now, here's the second news nugget of the document drop. They specifically asked in 4 pages. I made a video about this on TikTok, so if you want to check it out on TikTok, specifically asking Ghislaine Maxwell about Trump and Epstein's engagement. And you would be completely surprised. She doesn't recall anything that Trump had to do with Epstein whatsoever. She doesn't remember him ever.
Well, she's just covering up for the sitting president.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Doesn't remember him.
Is the only reason that Epstein was arrested and that she's arrested, basically.
So she verifies that Clinton had sex with kids, but magically forgets. Very interesting to me for the whole Epstein and Trump were best friends thing, even though Ghislaine Maxwell never recalled them actually being together, ever, other than a picture. Right? So it's amazing to me how often we're spun lies and how many low information people out there are going to literally believe that Donald Trump was at Lolita Island, which he never was. He didn't go. He was on one dossier in 1997. One time. He wasn't there 26 times like good old Bill Clinton. He wasn't there multiple times like good old Tom Hanks, who's running from the law, even though he's not admitting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what's amazing to me, is we were spun this story that Trump's just as dirty as everybody else. The problem is once again projection. Trump knows that all these politicians are dirty. Now he's exposing it, and guess what? The rats are running. They're trying to jump ship as quickly as possible to try to spin this and project this on Donald Trump, and it's not there. Once again, just like Russia, just like Ukraine, just like impeachment, it's just not there. At some point, if Trump actually does something corrupt, they will have cried wolf so many times, no one's going to believe it. And that's why nobody really is buying this narrative other than hardcore liberals. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
experiment.
Nobody. I mean, I have no interest in what CNN has to say.
Nope, nobody
The
does.
the New York Times.
Nope.
Like, I got a friend who tries to stay balanced, you know,
Yep.
and he listens to them, and I'm like, yeah, nah. There's nothing that can bring me to listen to them anymore.
Oh yeah.
Even to like, I'll hear what their arguments are. Eventually, you know, it'll get to my ears because, you know, every megaphone of our culture is going to, you know, is going to just blast it in my face. But I'm just really not interested in what they have to say because it's just
No,
lies
it is.
all the way through. And I don't
So
really have the time to go sifting through all of their lies for the nugget of truth, you
yeah.
know?
Well, not too many people do because their ratings are dog piss right now. So what are they going to do when Trump's gone? If they have crappy ratings now, what's going to happen when Trump is the only thing that's keeping them afloat disappears? Just something to think about. So when you actually brought up a really good point that I want to elaborate on, if I may, to
Go
be
for it.
foul, to be foul. So I just had lunch with one of my pastor from L.A. When I was living in L.A. for 2 years when I was coaching at UCLA, and we had a really good conversation. We talked about a lot of things, and we talked a little bit about California politics. And he basically said it really simple. He's like, "Listen, what people don't realize is if mail-in ballots get scrubbed, like if they get stopped, he said California will literally go red."
Mm.
And he's saying that's even in LA. He's like the hardest hardcore liberal place you can think of. San Francisco, LA, California. They're ready to flip red because they're so like the liberals have jumped the shark so much.
Wow.
They're like, bro, it's time. And I told you this, and if I need to go back
Well,
to
like, how
some of
long
our
can
old
you
episodes
live in
in
literal
hell.
feces
Yep,
and, you know, use needles
yep,
everywhere?
yep,
You know, homelessness out the wazoo, just
yep,
rampant. You
yep,
know, like just like cities of homeless people. You know,
yep.
how long can you live in that and not be like something's got to change? You
Well,
know.
yeah, I mean,
Now
and
the question is, does it translate into just like this once I'm gonna, or does this translate into I need to understand why this is happening?
yeah.
You know.
I in my buddy Danny, he literally just said he's like, listen, he's in the heart of LA. I mean, he is in the heart of freaking LA.
Mm-hmm.
He's where I lived for 2.5 years, and basically said it is shocking to him how many hardcore lefties are like, I'm voting for Trump this time. I'm done. I'm done with this. And there's going to be a very rude awakening.
Hmm.
And I'm praying to God I can go back and find the episode where I predicted California going red, because when it goes red, I'm making the longest trash talking video of all time, because the reality is this: when your city sucks, to your point, so bad, and there's tons of crime and everything sucks, and your politicians only rebuttal to this is Orange Man bad.
And to double down on everything that they did to get
Yep.
there.
If your only rebuttal is Orange Man bad,
Mm-hmm.
well, Orange Man's about to get the vote because you're not doing your job.
Mm.
And that's what's amazing. It's like I can't wait for this to happen because there are going to be some very shocked people. Like Los Angeles, if Los Angeles goes red, uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh. Imagine that. Satan's butthole, aka LA, going red. Could you imagine that? And I think the tip of the spear, which I think California's screwed up, and they would have been fine, but they're the only state that is requiring churches not to sing. So what do you think of people of, followers of Christ in all faiths, period? Even the wacky ones out there are like, are you kidding me? Like, this is California. We're supposed to be liberal. We're supposed to be able to let our freak flag fly, and you're trying to stop that? Whew, Karen, you went too far. Bye, Felicia. You out.
Deep State says,
So
I will be helping the homeless vote this fall with mail-in ballots. They
yeah.
appear to favor Biden, contrary to your prediction.
Hey, listen, man. What's funny is with COVID-19, I thought all the homeless would be eradicated, but it's weird that they haven't. but it's another story for another time. But here's what's crazy in this whole scenario is this, because we're doing a short one tonight, so I could yak forever, and Matt could let me yak forever. But at some point, enough is enough, right? At some point, and I was telling this to my buddy Danny, how often in the Bible does it say that your sins will eventually catch up to you? Karma is literally it's reaping what you sow. The Bible's been talking about that for a long time.
Oh yeah.
The Buddhists are like, oh, it's called karma, or Hindus or whatever. You know what I mean? But the reality of the situation is, you will reap what you sow. There is only a season of evil you can get away with before it's exposed, before the world knows you're fraudulent, you're evil, you're doing evil things. There's only so long the swamp can do what they're doing before they get upended. And dude, 2020, the roost, the chickens are coming to roost, man. And I don't think people realize it. And I'm pretty pumped about it, because now you not only do you have the never Trumpers,
Mm-hmm.
or the people on the sideline who didn't vote for Trump before in this first election. Now they're locked in. He's got like 98% Republican support. You've got more and more African Americans that are Blexiting, and even my buddy Danny was talking about that. He's like, "Yeah, man, there's a lot of black people in LA that are like, nah, we're going Republican. Screw this. This is bullcrap."
Good, rightly so.
I mean, you got the Blexit, you've got actual the never Trumpers jumping on the Trump train. You've got independents and moderates literally looking around like, where did the left go? Now they're defund the police. It's Marxism. It's all this madness.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back to some normalcy here,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they overplayed their hand. You say it so well on the show. They've overplayed their hand again,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just amazing. It is amazing.
All they've done for 4 years now is double down, triple down, quadruple down. It's like they can't say something crazy enough. There isn't something crazy enough for them to not say or do,
But
they're gonna try. They're trying to sell the American people on the idea that we should have no police.
Yeah.
You don't need. You know how we've been telling you all this time that you don't need guns because you got the police? Well, it turns out you don't even need the police.
Yeah, evil's a concept. It's not real. No way.
Yeah, exactly. Evil is a social construct, and we're here to fix society, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Well, you know what the good news is? That's why Plausible Foolishness exists. We're here to fix the bad ideas. You know what I mean? We're here to fix that.
Or at least present the good ones.
Amen, brother. And present the good news. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Bro. Dude, I like meeting with you on a Friday night. This is kind of nice, man.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. A little off the cuff.
Hey, man, we might have to do this more often, man.
That's the plan, my friend. That's the plan.
I mean, they keep paying us money. We got to give these guys some content, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And and thank you guys for watching right now.
Heck yeah. So
and
guys,
all you people on TikTok, come on over. Watch us on Twitch. See the full show.
Yeah, bro.
Hear both sides of the conversation. What's up with that?
Dude, this is what's amazing. If you're watching on TikTok right now, why aren't you on twitch.tv/plausibleFoolishness? You should be heading over there right now to watch the entire show. TikTokers, where are you at? We're at 40,000 strong now on the strong one, man. I got 40,000 followers. How weird is that?
Bro.
It's strange. I was thinking of, the Doors song, "People Are Strange When You're a Stranger." I was like, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But guys, head over to twitch.tv/plausibleFoolishness, man. Make sure you give us a like, and if you really, really like us, give us that subscribe. If you are an Amazon Prime customer, which most of you are, you can give a subscription for free. It doesn't even cost you anything, but that helps.
It actually costs them money.
It costs Bezos money. Steal Bezos billions, man. Help us out. Help us grow. But the beautiful thing is what you've done with us. We're going to upgrade. What's up, Eli Drake? We are Eli Drake on TikTok. Eli Drake.
Man. If only that was really him.
If it was really Eli Drake, I would crap a brick.
I
would be like, holy crap. Like, I'd be like, dude, I love your promos. They're so good. Yeah, but Yeah, I mean, dude, guys, support us over there. Help us out over there, man. It helps us grow. We're going to be able to live stream or be able to stream this on podcasts so that you guys can watch us on different places. And we want to do more content, man. But here's the thing: you guys have been providing the avenue and incentivizing us to give you more content every single night. So we've already done 2 shows this week. We're going to try to do that next week as well. So we really appreciate you guys for jumping in with the short one, the short Friday night. But dude, unbelievable.
I got good
We're
news.
growing, bro. Episode 121. Can you believe this crap,
Oh
bro?
yeah, I believe it. I got good news though.
121.
I got good
What?
news.
What?
Green screen came in today.
Green screen?
Yeah, the green screen.
So I definitely got to stop being a softie and come over to your place because I want to be a part of the green screen.
Yeah, for sure.
If I wore my green shirt in the green screen, would it just look
That
like
would be a
phone
problem.
in my
Yeah,
head?
don't do that. You would just have a big hole cut it in through you
I'd just be like a floating head.
with arms
That would
out
be
there because
awesome. You don't think that would be hilarious? I think that would be amazing.
it's just distracting.
So no.
It would be
green.
funny at first and then become a distraction.
Okay, I will not make sure that I don't wear green. I promise.
And if you do,
Plausible
whatever, I'm not gonna get pissed.
Plausible Foolishness. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being with us for episode 121, which is phenomenal as usual. Thank you to the mad scientist, Mad Matt, for putting up with me and my softness for not driving all the way to your house. But we love you, man, and we love what's going on with you guys. Thank you so much for the following, man. We're growing. We're the fastest growing conservative podcast on twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. And we want to take over the world, man, because really at the end of the day, we're just trying to bring truth. We're just trying to point people to Jesus, point people to reality, point people to truth, and dispel that liberal logic. You know, it's a little plausible, a little foolish, you know, and we're just trying to change. We're not even trying to change minds. We're just trying to point people in the right direction. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
What do you think, bro?
I want to change some minds.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do want to change some minds, but I also understand it's not me who changes minds.
What?
Yeah,
It's the G-O-D?
it's the
The
God.
J-E-S?
Yep,
The man?
yep,
The God?
yes, the God Man.
God man. I love it. I'm down.
Yeah, and so ultimately, I do hope that some minds are changed. I do
Sure.
hope that God uses our words to change some hearts and some minds.
True that.
But at the same time, I understand that if anything, we're here to encourage the fellow believers. You know,
True that.
you're not
True
the
that.
only person who thinks like you do.
I know.
You're not
There's
the only
more
person,
out there.
and you may not think exactly like we do, but we
Yep.
agree on a lot. We can come together. We can have each other's backs where it
I got
really
your back,
counts.
brother. I got your back, bro.
Darn right.
But I've got the Rube
Fist
Nation,
bump.
the Rube Empire. Fist bump. Boo.
But
Respect Knuckles.
I wish I could find that sound clip.
Oh, that's a good one.
How dare you!
All right, y'all. Dude, thank you so much for an amazing night. If you're on TikTok, head over to twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Hit that like, man, and we'll go from there, man. But love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Twitch. We love you guys.
Peace
Peace
out.
out. Oh, Billy.